Alright guys, just saw Moana. Let's talk about it. So Moana is a new Disney princess movie. I'm calling her a princess because I feel like she is. She lives on an island. It's very similar to like a Polynesian style Hawaii setting. So very pretty, very tropical, very warm, where people are living on and living with the land. One day, her family and her island starts to suffer. Things aren't growing as usually they are. The fish aren't turning up like they should. So she goes on an adventure to fix that. She goes on this grand adventure to right some wrongs to get her island the way it should be. And along the way, she meets Maui, a demigod, and they go off on this great adventure. Yeah, that's about really it. But there's a lot of fun in this movie. Okay, first off, let's talk about the animation. Holy crap, you guys. I've said this before, that one of the things I enjoyed about The Good Dinosaur was the animation. It looked pretty, the water, the grass, the fields, the trees, all that looked fine and dandy and wonderful. This movie just hurdles over that, you know. It's so pretty, the water looks fantastic, the ocean is crystal clear and gorgeous, the trees and the beaches and everything looks fantastic. So to the eye, it's visually appealing and makes it, even if you go into this movie and hate the story, you can appreciate how pretty this movie is and how well animated it is. In addition to that, I must say, the girl who played Moana, I'm not going to say her name, it's very hard to say, I don't want to butcher it, but there it is. I believe she just turned 16, so she's pretty young. I want to see more of her. I thought she was talented. I thought she played the part very well. She had to be strong and independent and kind of vulnerable at times, but she had to play a girl who was still trying to figure herself out. And yeah, The Rock's in it, so I guess we'll talk about that. I've been a fan of The Rock for years. Not so much the WWE stuff, but like seeing him as an actor and seeing him as an action star to kind of like this big Hollywood star. Not to mention, he's pretty great with his fans, so he's very easy to like. I always see him on Instagram or Twitter, you know, going to meet fans and tweeting fans and talking about how much he appreciates his fans and just being an awesome dude. So I'm a fan, more or less. And seeing him play this demigod character was just amazing. I mean, it was probably like the main reason for wanting to see this movie. And he delivered. He was charming. He was mean. He was arrogant. Plus his character had layers to him. He wasn't this I'm Superman, or he had layers, and you kind of knew who he was based on his tattoos. The more you knew about him, the more it's like, you're just a regular dude. Like, yeah, you're a jerk and you're kind of a dick, but you're just a regular guy deep down. Yeah, you're a demigod, of course, but I get you, and that makes for a great character to me. He reminded me a lot like Gaston, like the arrogance of Gaston and the physical presence of like, yes, I'm here, blah, 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 like, I'm beautiful, look at me. And kind of the charmingness and the abilities and the powers of Genie. So take those two, add in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, of course, and you have Maui. There are some character moments of Maui that was The Rock, his eyebrow look, which I can't do, where he does this whole thing, yeah, he does that in the movie. It's funny. But yeah, this movie, those two characters were great together. The chemistry as characters was great. So that was pretty cool because they had a lot of scenes together. Now, I must say one thing about this movie. One thing about Moana, the movie as a whole, and mostly her story. It's a coming of age tale, and it felt very familiar. In a good way, though. It felt very old school Disney. It felt like a throwback to the Disney princesses, and it felt a lot like Little Mermaid, right? Which coincidentally, the two guys who made this movie also made Little Mermaid, so that was kind of cool. What I mean is, Ariel, you have Ariel in the Little Mermaid, obviously, and Moana in Moana. Now, both these characters are part of royalty. Their dad's the chief or their dad's the king, like the upper class of their society. And so they have a great life already set for them, and they just have to kind of grow into it and learn how to lead and everything, And with both Ariel and both Moana, they want to explore. They want to go, with Ariel, she wants to go up on land into the human world. She wants to be part of that world. Coming to find out, it's really better under the sea. God, I shouldn't sing. And also with Moana, without giving too much away, she has the need and the want and the curiosity and the sense of adventure to go past the barrier reef, where she's told all her life, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there, don't go, it's dangerous. And of course, they go and you have a movie. So needless to say, it felt familiar, I liked it, I enjoyed it, but there's one thing that really took me out of it. There's a scene about 2/3 of the way through, no, about halfway through I should say, but halfway through, where they go meet this other character, and there's a song that makes it that just kind of was very random, didn't really fit. And Maui and Moana are with this character for about 10 minutes or so, and it kind of took me out of it because it felt like it didn't really fit. But besides that, it's a good movie. And lastly, the music. Holy cow! The music is catchy. It's fitting. It's emotional at times. It's charming. It's funny. It's one of those soundtracks that's going to be everywhere in the holiday season. Let's just put it that way. I know I'm not the first person to say that, but prepare for a lot of Moana soundtracks. It's just a fun movie. It's pretty as hell. The songs are great. Besides that one, 10-minute scene with the other character, I don't want to spoil anything because it gets a little weird. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. The songs were amazing. I can go on and on and on and on. So I'm not going to score it out of 10 because I think that's kind of cliche. But my takeaway is it's worth seeing in theaters but not in 3D. We saw it in 3D. I also didn't feel like you needed to see it in 3D. You can if you want to, but for me, if I had to put a button on it, it's not worth it in 3D. But yeah, it's a very, very refreshing Disney movie. No disrespect to Zootopia, Big Hero 6, Frozen, and those guys. This movie felt like old school, throwback, Disney princess style of movie, which is always good to see because it involves one princess, that's it, and that's what it should be, and she has something to do. Look at you, Frozen. So yeah, so that's my review of Moana. I enjoyed it. I want to know what you guys think. Leave me a comment below. Let me know. So yeah, for now, I'm going to head off here. I'm going to go to bed because it's late. I have a long day tomorrow. I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. This is Wednesday. There's 10 minutes left in the day. So good night and happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye, guys.